Good morning. Happy Friday. Just gonna wait for you guys to jump on here. Happy Friday. Good morning. Welcome to your Friday morning flow. My name is Alex. If you have not met me yet, can you guys just tell me that you can hear me pretty well? Just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Great. Awesome. Hello. Yay. Awesome. So today's really cool. We're going to do a 20-minute flow. We're going to focus on hips today. And then, thank you. Great. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. And then we're going to get into some Q&A. We got some really cool questions yesterday from our question box. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to shut these comments off for now. Where are they? Here we go. Comments, shut them off, turn off commenting. Cool. Okay, so grab your mat. And if you like to use blocks or props, have them. I like to always have them handy. They're just nice to have. Blocks are great because they help bring the floor closer to you. They're your friend, not your enemy. So from here, let's just get started in a child's pose. So open your knees out wide and just bring your big toes to touch. Sink your sits bones towards your heels and just rest your fingertips forward. And just rest your third eye onto something. So for some of us, child's pose is actually quite challenging. So if your forehead doesn't touch the floor, bring a block, bring a blanket, bring something so that your head, your third eye is supported. So where we bring our awareness, our third eye is where we bring our awareness. So just bring your awareness to a sense of grounding, a sense of centering. And let's just take 3 rounds of breath just to unite our energy. So on your next exhale, open up your mouth and breathe all the air out of your lungs. Take a deep breath in, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, audible exhale, just sigh it out. 2 more, deep breath in, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, audible exhale, sigh it out. 1 more deep breath in, fill up your lungs. And an open mouth exhale, sigh it out. From here, start to just inhale through the nose. And exhale out the nose. And just start to ignite your Ujjayi pranayama, your breath of fire. And this breath, as you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, just helps to help you stay focused throughout class, but it also helps to build an internal heat. And just take a few more rounds of breath here. Just elongating the spine. And then even if your elbows are down on the floor, start to ignite the fingertips, maybe even come to finger tops so that your elbows are elevated. You start to ignite your upper arms. From here, on your next inhale, just look forward. On your exhale, walk your hands over to the left. So you're going to take your left hand off the mat. Right hand either meets outside the left, or if you have space, right palm on top of left. And then just kind of sink the hips back. And then maybe you create a little hammock with your arms. So you can rest your head in between the arms, but keep the hands active. And then start to feel the side body lengthening from your right fingertips through your right side body all the way down to your right hip point. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, look forward, walk your hands back to center, keep the sits bones grounded. And then on your exhale, walk your right hand over to the right. Walk your left hand either outside the right or on top. So just depending on how much space you have in the body. And then sink the hips back. Maybe you keep your head elevated. Maybe your arms are like a little cradle, a little hammock, and then you cradle the head with the arms. And then from here, keep the hands active. Press into the earth. Lengthen through the fingertips all the way down to the left side body, to your left hip. And just take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. And 1 more round of breath. Inhale and exhale. From here, inhale, look forward, walk your hands forward. And then from here, you're gonna lift your hips an inch or two. Bring your knees back to a little bit wider than hips width distance. So you wanna parallel the legs, and then you're gonna sink into a puppy dog pose. So walk the hands forward, keep the hips high this time. So the butt is lifted, and then try to keep the arms active, and then maybe you can sink your chest, your chin, maybe even your third eye, depending on how open you are in the shoulders and in the chest. And then from here, notice if your belly's just hanging out. Draw the belly in, start to activate the core. And take an inhale. And take an exhale. All right, inhale, look forward, lift your chest, come into all fours, tabletop, okay? And stack your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. So you want to create a really strong foundation with the hands. So spread your fingertips wide and then press the palms into the earth. Inhale, cow, tilt your tailbone up, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, tuck the tailbone, round chin towards your chest. 2 more like that. Inhale, cow, tilt your tailbone up, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Maybe close your eyes. Exhale, cat, tuck the tailbone, round chin towards your chest. 1 more time. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, tuck, round chin towards your chest. All right, come to a neutral spine. We're gonna do just a little wrist stretch here. So depending on how tight your wrists are, for the first round, we'll take our left fingertips, face them to the left, and then your right fingertips face them to the right, okay? And then we're just gonna take some circular motions here. So keep the belly active. We're gonna take some circles clockwise. So going from the left on the inhale and going to the right on the exhale. So lots of texting, lots of typing going on for a lot of us. So be mindful of how the wrists feel, and then we're gonna take the opposite direction. So take inhale from the right and then go counterclockwise to the left. You're just putting some gentle pressure into the wrists. Yeah, and just noticing where it feels tight. And then come back to center. We're gonna take some cat-cows. So if you wanna take it a little bit deeper, you can keep your, if this is good for you, stay here with your hands. If you wanna take it a little bit deeper, flip your fingertips so that your fingertips are facing your thighs. So this could be really intense for some of us. Be mindful here. You don't wanna strain or hurt the muscles in the wrists and the fingers, okay? And then from here, inhale, cow, tilt your tailbone up, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat, tuck the tailbone, round chin towards your chest. 2 more. Inhale, cow. Articulate through the spine. Use the breath. Exhale, cat, tuck, round chin towards your chest. Just 1 more time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really nice. Okay, from here, come to a neutral spine. Inhale. On your exhale, if your fingertips are facing your thighs, unflip them. So you're coming back to this neutral position. Okay? From here, tuck your toes. Inhale. On your exhale, come to an elevated tabletop. So you're gonna lift your knees 2 inches off the mat, okay? Just a little bit of core. Shift your shoulders over your wrists and then draw your belly towards your spine. So the spine is not, you're not dipping down, the spine is long, okay? And then lengthen from your sacrum all the way through the crown of the head, and then try to peel the chest through the arms, press the heels back. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out, start to wake up your abdominals. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. First downward facing dog, maybe of the day for most of us. And usually our downward facing dogs feel a little sticky or a little crunchy, so take some movement. Bend 1 knee, bend the other knee, spread all 10 finger pads. Yeah, just pedal it out for a little bit. And then from here, once you've taken some movement, come to stillness. So feet are about hips width distance. They should not be as wide as your mat, but they should not be touching either, okay? And then from here, notice if you need to bend your knees a little bit to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, and then lengthen the tailbone down, okay? Notice if your ribs, the bottoms of your ribs are splaying out. Draw the ribs in. Feel the length in the side body, okay? And make sure all 10 finger pads, especially your pointer finger and thumb, are activated. Try to wrap the upper arm bones forward and straighten your arms. Relax your head, relax your neck. From here, inhale, lift your heels, undulate forward into a plank pose. Hold your plank, okay? And then make sure your feet are about hips width distant. And then lengthen the heels back, draw the belly in. Feel the length in the side body. Keep reaching the heart forward. Don't lose that belly engagement. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Just 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Shoulders stacked over the wrists. Keep the hips in line with the spine. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Just one more time. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a slow breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, walk your hands back towards your toes. Okay? And then from here, come into a ragdoll pose. So, feet are slightly wider than hips width distant, and then bend your knees so much that your belly and then your nipple points rest onto your thighs. So a deep bend in the knees. Interlace your arms at opposite elbows, and then gently let your head and your neck go. Yeah, and then let the shoulders drape over the chest. Maybe you take a gentle sway side to side. The deeper the bend, the less stress you're going to place on those hamstrings. And then maybe you rock the head side to side, open and close the jaw. And then if you have your arms interlaced, your forearms interlaced, just switch it out. Take the opposite forearm in front, bring some balance into the shoulders, into the chest. Yeah, really, really nice. Let that go. From here, slowly release your hands to the floor and just toe heel your feet to about hips width distant, okay? From here, inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to either your shins, your thighs, you have the floor. You even, if you have blocks, use the blocks. So what's important here is you're not pressing on the knee joint, okay? And then notice if you're kind of dumping or rounding. So from here, shift your weight into your toes, draw the belly towards the spine, create a long spine, okay? And then feel the side body reaching forward. Try to unlock the legs. So if your knees are locked out, maybe a little gentle bend, okay? And then from here, shoulders away from the ears, feel the back of the neck long, and then think a little cobra with the chest. Inhale. Exhale with your knees bent, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands come outside the heels, and then release your head, release your neck. Two more. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold, hands to heels, release your head, release your neck. Just one more time. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, heart forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. All right, from here, inhale, walk back to a plank. Okay, so walk the hands forward. On your exhale, press back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, and then notice if your hip is opening, your toes are pointed to the right. So drop the toes down and try to keep your right hip in line with the left, okay? Press into the earth with your hands. Take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, bend your right knee, stack your right hip over the left. So now you're getting into the hip. If you want to take some circular motions to the right with your knee, with your ankle, take some circular motions to the left. And then from here, come back to center, three-legged dog. So drop your right hip in line with the left. Inhale. Exhale, gracefully step your right toes to your right thumbprint and then drop down to your back knee. Okay? From here, hands can come to your right thigh and you're going to lift up into Anjaneyasana. So lift the arms overhead, low lunge. Okay? And then from here, hook your thumbs. So thumbs are hooked. Notice if your chest is splaying out. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the earth. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. Draw the belly in. Take an inhale. Exhale, gentle side bend to the right. Okay, so we're getting into the left side body, and you should start to even feel the left psoas, the front of your left hip, start to lengthen, start to activate, start to open. Take an inhale here, and an exhale. Inhale, come back to center, and then on your exhale, you're going to plant your palms outside your right hand. If you have blocks, take the blocks medium height, and then shift your back knee 2 inches so you're not on your knee joint, okay, on your kneecap. From here, inhale, reach the heart forward. Think halfway lift. On your exhale, straighten your front leg. Bump your hips back. Yes. Half splits. Okay, from here, flex your right foot and then draw your left hip forward, your right hip back. Try not to round immediately. Feel the length in the side body. Keep reaching the heart forward, and then maybe you can isometrically drag your right heel towards your face. So you're not actually moving it, but imagine you can feel that activation in the hamstring. Take an inhale. Take an exhale. From here, inhale, bend your right knee, okay? And then on your exhale, you're gonna toe heel your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So both hands, whether they're on blocks or not, are inside your right foot, okay? So we're gonna start to get into the hip, the inner the inner right thigh and the hip. So from here, inhale, reach the heart forward. On your exhale, walk your hands or your blocks 6 to 8 inches forward. We're not going to take it fully all the way down just yet, okay? So big stretch in the quad, big stretch in the hip, big stretch in the groin. Be mindful here. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Slow breath out. So lots of us work from home, okay? Lots of sitting, lots of us stand all day at work. So a lot of tightness in the hips, okay? And we hold a lot of emotional energy in our hips. So you might even feel a little bit of a sensation happening when you start to get deeper into the hip joint. All right, from here, inhale, come back to center, walk your hands back, okay? And then toe heel your toes back to center. Plant your palms and then elevate the back knee off the mat. Inhale here, okay? And then exhale, just step your left foot to meet the right and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach your arms out, then up, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center, then arms down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Just take a moment here in mountain pose, close your eyes, okay? And just start to feel the activation through all four corners of your feet. Ignite your inner thighs towards one another. Try to pull the feet apart to wake up the outer hips, your abductors, your glutes, okay? Draw the belly in, relax the shoulders, feel the length of the crown of the head. And just bring your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra. Okay, inviting an intention to your practice. So whatever that may be, a word, a phrase, a mantra. And as we get into the hips today, maybe the intention is to allow yourself to surrender, okay, to let go of anything that's taking up space in your mind and your body. Whatever it is, take a deep breath in. And an open mouth exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. From here, open up your eyes if you had them closed. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Maybe close the palms, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, release your head, release your neck. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your left foot back, then your right, come to a downward facing dog. Okay, from here, inhale, roll forward into plank. On your exhale, drop your knees as far back as you can. Bend your elbows, modified chaturanga, lower all the way down. Okay, untuck your toes and then slide your hands back 2 inches. Drop your third eye. Inhale, cobra. Tops of the feet are going to press. You're going to lengthen crown of the head forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Really, really nice. Let's do the left side. So from here, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up towards the sky, and then notice if the left toes are pointing to the left. So drop the toes so that the toes are pointing down towards the earth, okay? Activate your belly, press into your hands. Take another inhale. Now on your exhale, bend your left knee and then stack the left hip over the right, okay? So we're getting into the hips here. Take some circular motions. And then maybe take the opposite direction, just bringing balance into the body. And then from here, drop your left hip in line with the right. Come back to a three-legged dog. Extend your left leg. Exhale, step your left toes, left thumbprint, and slowly drop down to your back knee. Okay, from here, hands could come to your left thigh. Lift yourself up, adjust your front heel so that your left knee is stacked over the left ankle, and then sweep the arms overhead, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Notice if your chest splayed out, lengthen the tailbone down and the bottoms of your ribs down as well. So the belly is activated, okay? And then from here, hook the opposite thumb in front, okay? From here, straighten the arms, make sure your shoulders are not hiking up towards your ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, gentle side bend to the left. Okay, so now we're getting into the right side body, but you should also feel the right psoas, the front of your right hip start to lengthen, start to open. Take an inhale and take an exhale. Inhale, come back to center with control. On your exhale, gently release your hands. Frame your left foot. If you have blocks, take the blocks medium height. If you don't have blocks, maybe come to finger tops, okay? From here, shift your back knee back 2 inches so you're not on the kneecap. On your inhale, think length, reach the heart forward. Exhale, half split, straighten your front leg, bump your hips back, and then flex your foot today, okay? And then notice the rounding. So that's something that a lot of us have a tendency to do. Try to feel more length in your spine. So the belly is active, you're drawing your right hip crease forward, your left hip crease back, and then reach the heart forward, maybe isometrically. Imagine you can drag your left heel towards your face. And just breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your left knee. And then on your exhale, you're going to toe heel your left foot outside your left hand. So both hands, or either on blocks or not, are inside your left foot, okay? From here, same thing. Inhale, reach the heart forward. This time on your exhale, you're going to walk your hands or your blocks 6 to 8 inches in front of you. You're not going to come all the way down to the forearms just yet, okay? So we're going to prep for sleeping pigeon. So you start to feel the inner thigh, the right hip. Just start to feel that length and just breathe here. And this might be challenging for some of us, and that's totally okay, but come back to your breath. Come back to that intention of letting go, okay? Being connected, and then understanding what's taking up space. So coming back to that sacral area, sacral chakra is where where it's all connected with the hips, okay? Creativity, emotions, and just allowing yourself there to just breathe space. Okay, from here, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back, okay? And then move the blocks to the side. You're going to toe heel your left foot back to center. Plant your palms and then elevate the back knee off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, just step your right foot to meet the left and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Maybe bring your hands outside your heels. Press into the earth to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, reach your arms out then up, Urdhva Stasana. Maybe close your palms, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, arms by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, release your head, release your neck. Inhale, reset, halfway lift, think heart forward. Exhale, plant your palm, step your right foot back, then your left, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. On your exhale, drop your knees as far back as you can. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Modified chaturanga. Untuck your toes and then slide your hands back 2 inches. Inhale, cobra. Reach the heart forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Keep pressing into the earth. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale. One more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, from here, inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. On your exhale, you're going to come into half pigeon. So right knee behind right wrist, right ankle behind left wrist, and then bring your shin down, and then drop your back knee down behind you, okay? So if you have blocks or props, blanket, what's important here, okay? So from here, look over your right shoulder and look back towards your left toes, okay? Untuck the toes and then notice if your left foot is kind of sickling to the side. So make sure the toes are pointed straight. And then for some of us, we can have the front shin parallel. For lots of us, we can't. So that's totally okay. All of our bodies are created differently. If you need something, you can place a block underneath your right sits bone, okay, to level out the hips. Maybe you stay here with your chest lifted. Just make sure your right foot is flexed to protect your ankle and your knee joint. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can come down to your forearms and come into sleeping pigeon, okay? It's early, be mindful, okay? We've started to open up the hips with that little low lunge flow. So as you stay here in half pigeon, come back to that intention of surrendering, okay? Releasing, letting go of any stagnant energy that you might be holding on to, emotional energy, whatever it may be. And then just start to breathe. Keep the right foot flexed. Even here, try to draw your left hip gently forward and your right hip back. It might not even move an inch, but have that awareness as you breathe. Here, we'll be here for a few more rounds of breath. And then if you're having trouble surrendering, imagine a lung, okay, in the right hip crease, and breathe space there. Try to relax the muscles in your face, just inviting fresh oxygen, fresh energy, positive energy into the body. Let's just take 2 more rounds of breath here. And relax your jaw. Last round of breath. All right, from here, plant your palms. You're gonna lift your chest wherever you are, tuck your back toes. You're either gonna press back to a downward facing dog, or you could take three-legged dog and open up the hip a little bit more, whatever feels good. Maybe move the leg to the side, yeah. And then with coming into downward facing dog, just feel the difference in that right leg. All right, from here, we'll just roll forward into plank just for a moment, just to flesh out the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do the left side. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee behind left wrist, left ankle behind right wrist, and then settle your back knee down, okay? And then make sure you're not on the kneecap, so just shift your back knee back. From here, flex your left foot, okay? And look over your left shoulder. Untuck your right toes. Make sure the toes are pointing back towards the back of your mat. And then look forward, okay? This side might be completely different, and it probably is, so just be mindful. This side for me is slightly tighter. If you need a block, take the block underneath your left sits bone or a blanket, okay? Level out the hips. Maybe you stay here, hands on the floor, maybe hands on blocks, reach the chest forward. This might be it. Or come down, forearms. Maybe you stack the forearms and then breathe, okay? So we'll be here for a few rounds of breath. Same thing here. Allow yourself to feel comfortable with the uncomfortable. This is a really challenging pose for some of us. So just be mindful, okay? And then just continue to breathe. Allow yourself to surrender, to just observe what's happening, but also to let it go without any judgment. Keep drawing your right hip forward, your left hip back. Yeah, and then just start to imagine that lung in the left hip crease, and then breathing fresh oxygen into that lung, and then exhaling any stagnant energy, what no longer serves us. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Let's just take 2 more rounds of breath, just relaxing the muscles in the face. Take 1 more round of breath. All right, from here, slowly plant your palms, lift your chest, tuck your back toes, and either make your way to a three-legged dog first, or just press back to downward facing dog. Just be mindful of what your body needs. Really nice. Once you're in down dog, you're gonna come to a tabletop pose, drop your knees, shift your feet to one side, and then you're gonna come to a seat with your feet in front of you. Okay, from here, we're just gonna lower down the length of your spine. So keep your feet grounded. Imagine you're holding a block with your hands, lower all the way down to your back, okay? Bring your heels towards your glutes, and then just rest your head down, okay? We're just gonna do 1 round of bridge. So on your inhale, reach your arms overhead and towards the back of your mat. On your exhale, drive through your heels, lift your hips, arms by your side, bridge. Okay, stay here and breathe. If you want to shimmy the shoulders underneath your chest, go ahead, interlace. And then from here, ignite your inner thighs towards one another. Lift your hips up a little bit higher. Keep lengthening your tailbone forward and draw your belly, your hip points towards your chin. And then maybe you can isometrically drag your heels towards your shoulders. You should feel your hamstrings start to wake up. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, gently tee out your arms first and then lower down the length of your spine all the way down. From here, take your feet the width of your mat, let your knees knock in, come to constructive rest. 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. From here, open your knees out wide. Your feet are as wide as your mat. You're going to tee out your arms, okay? And then shift your hips to the right, knees to the left, okay? With your feet wide, you can stay here, or if you want to take it a little bit deeper, left foot can come on top of your right thigh. So you're creating this sandbag effect with that left leg, deepening the twist. Maybe you gaze up at the ceiling or the sky, wherever you're at, maybe towards your right thumb, and just allow the collarbones to spread and breathe. Start to slow down. From here, if you have your left foot on top of your right thigh, start to release it, okay? And then inhale, come back to center. You're gonna shift your hips to the left and then drop your knees to the right. Hips to the left, knees to the right. From here with your feet wide, maybe you stay here. Maybe right foot comes on top of your left thigh. Create that sandbag deepening effect. Gazes up, gazes at your left thumb. Whatever feels good on your neck and your spine. And just breathe. From here, if you have your right leg on top of your left, slowly release it, come back to center, okay? And then from here, take your knees towards your armpits, come into a wide straddle, take some circles to the right, take some circles to the left, and then we'll take a nice decompression, so knees are wide. Take your arms inside your legs, grab your shins or your ankles, and then flex your feet, okay? Don't grab your feet just yet. Make sure your spine's completely flush with the earth. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, gently compress your thighs towards your belly. Inhale. Exhale, bring your thighs gently towards your belly. Relax your shoulders, relax the muscles in your face. And do one more. Inhale. Exhale. All right, from here, close your legs like you're closing a book. If you can wrap your forearms around your shins, come into this small ball-like position. Bring your third eye towards your knees. Give your body a hug, show your body gratitude, honor what it does for you every single second of the day. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, Shavasana, extend your legs, your arms. We're only going to be here for a few minutes. Take up space. Feet are wide. Arms are wide. And just allow yourself to fully sink in, relaxing the legs, the hips, your belly. Softening your chest, your collarbones, your fingertips. Relaxing your throat, your jaw, the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Softening the backs of your eyes. And then your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, your forehead. Bring some awareness to relaxation, restoration, and surrender. And just give yourself permission here, just for a few moments, to stay in stillness, to reset your nervous system, to recharge your body, and to reap the benefits of your practice. If you like to stay in Shavasana and you have the time, just stay here as long as you like, continuing to just relax. If you'd like to start to move on, just start to bring some gentle awareness into the body, wiggling your toes, maybe rolling out the wrists or rocking your head side to side. Just move nice and slow. From here, inhale, reach the arms overhead, lengthen through the fingertips and the toes. Stay for your exhale, maybe even sigh it out. From here, bend your knees, plant your feet. You're going to roll to your right side. You're going to come into a fetal position using your bicep as a pillow. And just take a moment here just to let go of whatever is holding you back, taking up space. Allow yourself to leave that behind as you slowly re-enter the world with a fresh mind, with an open heart. Slowly press up to easy seated pose, Sukhasana, crossing at your shins or your ankles. Take a moment to sit upright. And then as you're sitting upright, just feel the earth beneath your sits bones. Feel the spine long, the crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Allow the palms of the hands to touch. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra, holding your heart before your heart. Gently bowing your chin towards your fingertips in gratitude, honoring this practice, knowing that we can show up to our mats every day to focus on our breath and our bodies and our minds. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, your seat of intuition, the seat of your highest and truest and most divine self. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, fill up your lungs, and an open mouth exhale. You can bow forward if you like to seal your practice. Namaste. Yay, thank you all so much. I'm going to come over there and turn the comments back on. Okay. Oh, that was so nice. All right, we only went a little bit over 20 minutes, but that's okay. Turn on commenting. Okay. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer too. All right, well, comments are back on, and we have a few minutes. So yesterday, we asked the Tone It Up community if you had any questions regarding yoga, mindfulness, and I just picked 5 questions that I thought, you're welcome. Oh, yay. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Great. Awesome. Lovely lunatic, woke up with sore hips. That was perfect. Oh, you're welcome. You are so welcome. I know, I felt like today was like, let's just take it with like a nice slow pace just to kind of opening up. Oh, great. Yay. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to answer some questions that I wrote down from yesterday's little question box. And then if you guys have any questions that you want to share or ask, go ahead and ask them. But I'm going to start with go_4_it_it. That's a long one. How to stay consistent. I keep falling out of habit, but love it when I do them. So consistency can be really challenging, especially if you have a really busy day-to-day, or if it's just hard for you to plan that in your day. And I think I would say for my routine to stay consistent is to carve out the time for yourself, no matter what. And that could be 10 minutes, that could be 20 minutes, but just to carve out some time to focus on yourself. Even if you get a 10-minute workout, that's still better than not doing anything. And we all have 10 minutes. We all have 15 minutes. We can make that time. So yeah, I would just say try to even create a habit of maybe first thing in the morning, you just get a 10-minute little bit of movement, whether that's a little flow that you get in, maybe a walk around the block, and then start to kind of increase it from there if you want to add on. Yeah, I mean, habits take a while to really stay consistent, but I would just say create that habit, start small, and then maybe you can start to increase it when you start to feel more confident and feel like it's now part of your day. Okay, let's go on to another question. Nina_J_89. How long does it take to become flexible? As somebody who is not normally naturally flexible, it takes a long time. And honestly, I'm still not as flexible as I would say as I would like. But from the first question, consistency is key. Focusing on your body and really doing that all the time, because yoga is something where yoga is a practice, and just like anything else, you know, your mind is a muscle. The more you read, the more you'll absorb and you'll understand and learn. Just with yoga, the more that you do it, the more flexible you will become. Depending on your genetics and your body type, that also plays part in how flexible and how quickly you will become flexible. But I would just say keep going at it, and don't give up. Because even me, I mean, I wake up sometimes and I'm like, wow, I'm really tight. And it really just depends on what you do, even outside of yoga or in your regular day or other workout routines that could also affect how flexible you'll become. So yeah, there you go. Okay. So my other question is from Martina. Can you talk about different types of yoga? So that's the beautiful thing about yoga, is that there are so many types of yoga. I specifically focus on vinyasa. Vinyasa is, it's movement based, so it's breath to movement. If you've taken my classes before, you can tell I always focus on the breath and using the breath with the movement. It takes a long time sometimes to kind of connect that with the mind-body connection, but that's what I really love about vinyasa, is that you're utilizing the breath as you move. There's yin, which is very restorative. Sometimes you only do like 10 postures for the whole practice, but you're like really allowing yourself to surrender. It's very relaxing. It's a great kind of yoga to do at the end of the day. There's hatha yoga, which is kind of I don't want to say the gentler version of vinyasa, but it's similar to that. It's a little bit less intense. There is yoga nidra, which kind of puts you in this state of consciousness where you're about to, kind of like right where you're about to go to sleep. And it's really, really good to relax. It's also really good to do right before bed. There's Ashtanga. There's just a little bit more intense and I would say more challenging on the body, but really, really good. I mean, they're all great. There's mobility. You could do mobility practices, which I like to kind of include sometimes in some of my classes. And that's the cool thing about yoga, is that you can kind of incorporate a lot of the different practices in one sequence. So with mobility, you could do things, if you're focusing on something like getting into crow, you could really work, if you guys know what crow is, balancing on your forearms, on your hands, and lifting your feet off the earth. You can start to work on wrist mobility. You can work on ankle mobility, toe mobility. So there's a lot of things that you can kind of work on, do like little drills. Physical therapy can be incorporated into yoga. So yeah, there's so many, and I love that yoga has such a wide range. I mean, there's more than just what I explained, but there's a lot, and there's a lot to explore, which is great. Okay, I have another one from Farah Hivna. I hope I said that right. Can you create classes of yoga and meditation together on the app, please? Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything about the future right now, but I would love to create classes with both yoga and meditation. So just keep your eye out for that. And usually, I mean, even with the beginning of class, with just focusing on the breath, even just like doing that little integration, that's kind of like a little bit of a meditation too. So allowing yourself to kind of show, I don't even want to say, I want to say like devotion to your breath in the beginning of class, focusing from letting go of what's going on before that, and then integrating into your space, and then focusing on the breath. That's also a meditation. So, but for sure, I will keep that in mind, and I will share that with the team as well. And then last one, this isn't a question. I just want to say Alex is the best yoga instructor. I love her lives. That is from Katie Chisholm 15. I just wanted to say thank you so much to that. I know it's not a question, but if you're on this live, I really, really appreciate that feedback, and I'm just so grateful to share what I do with you guys. And I just wanted to say thank you. So that's it for the questions that I had from yesterday. If you have any other questions that you'd like to ask me now, go ahead. I'm just going to look through these comments just in case I missed anything. Let's see. So many people joined. Just like reading. Cool. All right. Well, I am so happy that I was able to join you today on your Friday morning to help you kind of release any tension, to wake up the body gently. And thank you so, so much. This will be shared on Tone It Up's Instagram. So if you missed it, or if you want to do it again, it'll be there for you. So thank you so much. Happy Friday, and namaste.